Hello everyone and welcome to I am your data scientist.com. This is Yogesh here. So my previous tutorial I've talked about how to create EC2 Linux instance. So this time we'll be using a Windows instance. So that is how to launch a Windows instance with bootstrapping. So what bootstrapping means is, in layman's term, you can run some codes automatically. So you just put in some pre-tested codes into instance and it will generate it will automatically run that code. And for example, if you want to run a copy and paste data from one server to another, one folder to another, or make a directory in a folder, then it will do that for you. So let's start doing how to create a Windows instance first. So again, my favorite part is just go to service, then find the EC2 instance. So it's under compute, EC2, then click launch instance, then make sure you take free tier only, because this is just for a test purpose. If you're in a real life scenario, you might not need this free tier. You might need slightly higher spec, because you'll have tons of data to crunch or to use processes. So from within that, let's find Windows instance, which is Windows Server 2012 base, or you can just use 2016. I would use that because it is also available as free tier. And click next, configure next, subnet as it is, and say as usual from previous tutorial, say auto assign public IP. Click enable, then go to advanced details here, advanced details, and in here you say script and that with a script, and say within this what I want to do is I want to make a directory under C drive, and call it Windows temp folder. Just call it Windows temp. Click add storage size 30. No, we don't need more than that. Click add tag, say add name. I would say Windows bootstrapping, double P, bootstrapping, STRAPPING. Click configure. Then again here let's create another security group. Let's call it Windows bootstrapping, and okay, rather than creating another security group, otherwise it will be messy when it comes to cleaning and all that. So I would use security groups I've created earlier. So I'll use this, and which has my IP address of my PC, and click review and launch. It's saying you will not be able to connect to this instance as AMI requires open order to access. Your current security group does not have a 3389 open. Okay, so what does that mean? Wow. Okay, so it looks all okay. Click launch, and I would say again, I don't want to create another key pair. I've already have a key pair here, the one we've used previously. I'll say click launch instance. Okay, and view instance. So you would notice that previously we created this and I had terminated. It's not saying terminated, means it's totally dead. So now the Windows Bootstrap instance is under process, under creating this instance. So once that pending changes to created, then or confirms this. Okay, so there you go, it's running. So if I was to select this, you will see this IP address and the I can just copy both of them. Let me just copy here already. Let me copy that name too, and let me delete the previous one. I don't want to get confused. So delete that. So now how do you access remote desktop? So now remember that before I access Linux instance from my Windows. So now I've got Windows instance and accessing a Windows EC2 instance, Elastic Compute Cloud. So how do I access? So first thing I think you need to do is under action, you need to get Windows password. So okay, so the instance is not finished launching yet, so we just need to wait another few minutes. Okay, and just click Windows remote desktop file. So it's, let me just save this. Then you need so username is administrator. Okay, and the public address is this, same as above. That's username and the password. Now to get password you need your key pair, which is I have stored under there you go, and I also click OK. Now I also click decrypt, browse, decrypt. So this is my password. Password is that is quite such a long password, isn't it? Okay, so this is what three things you need to connect to your Windows instance. So let's close this Windows. Remember that we were just downloaded the Windows remote connection, and say click connect. Hopefully it will ask us for password and username and password. So you must have noticed that it's not allowing to connect to RDP, because what you need to do is you need to allow that from your security group. So what that means is, so we've just added remote desktop port here, protocol. So we should allow remote desktop connection from my machine to Windows instance on AWS. So let's see how we can connect that. So remember, we've just downloaded these remote desktop connection setting, and the password is asking for password, and I think that's correct password. This is the password. Let me just retype, copy and paste, click OK. There you go. So it's trying to connect to the instance now. It's going to take a couple of minutes. Oh, there you go. It's quite fast in terms of creating a desktop. Imagine if you were to create this on your own premises. How long will it take just to boot up one remote desktop terminal server? It'll take at least a couple of hours. Here we've done this in few minutes, and again you can scale as you wish. So remember what we've done before. We said like we want to run code, bootstrapping code, and we said we want to create a folder called Windows Windows 10 something in C drive. Let's see if that is there. PC. There you go. So if you remember, we've we've said script within open bracket, open script and script. We said md create a Windows tab folder. So this is just an example. You can automate process, saying move one file from another, creating instance in my private network, so on and so forth. So it's this is how you do it. So let's just have a play around with it. Yeah, it's got most of the you can, I guess, you can install and other software here if you want to. This is just like your normal operating system, normal terminal server. You can create a replica of this and provide it to your users. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. For the next tutorial, what we'll be looking at is for next tutorial we'll be looking at how to access metadata of a Linux AMI Amazon machine instance. So thank you for watching. This is Yogesh, and hope you enjoyed this tutorial.